Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining. And thank you for those who are watching the replay. Happy full moon in Capricorn. Wow, this is a potent one. And maybe it's because I am a Capricorn sun. But there's also other significant transits that are happening. Honestly, I am not an astrologer, okay? I'm a spiritual embodiment business coach. And even though astrology isn't really my zone of genius, I still really honor the different cycles and just the really mysterious and miraculous setup of the stars and the influence and traditions, right? Lineages of all kinds of different systems that have utilized these stars and the universe all around us. And so I just give my bow to all of the astrologers and all of the traditions of, yeah, of astronomy and all of that. So I am set up here in Sedona, Arizona. I'm here with Lily. Lily, you want to say hi? Just a quick. You're in my earbuds anyway, so I don't know if you could hear her say hello, but she's here in the room with me. I wouldn't be surprised if she happens to pop in and out on the screen. But I also have on my little patio here a little altar. And I always like to set up my altar in relation to the directions of the elements. So the west is in this quadrant, and I've got a spray to represent water. This is in the north here to represent earth. I've got my crystal wands and my beautiful pendulum here. I've got some herbs and things for east for the air when I burn incense. And I have a candle here for fire in the direction of south. And of course, in the middle here is where I burn the coal and everything. And it's like that whole alchemical process to represent spirit. And so I just always love having, yeah, my little elemental altar here. So you're welcome to grab a candle, grab a journal, have something to drink if you'd like. Oh, I got my water bottle here, but yeah, tea is great. You know, if you're hungry, like, yeah, get yourself a snack. You're welcome to be as comfortable as you'd like. Okay. As I'm going to be sharing a bit more, I'm going to start lighting up a coal so that it is hot and ready when it's time to drop in some of the incense. And as we take some time here to start to connect with the elements and our tools and our intentions, you're welcome to take in some deep breaths into the belly. And really start to feel the expansion of the belly and into the back, the sides of the ribs with every inhale. And with every exhale, allowing for all that has been to release itself and all that will be beyond this ceremony to wait, right? Like everything is going to be there waiting for you when you're done with the ceremony. And so I always just want to encourage you to take the time for yourself to drop in with spirit, to work with your energy, to set some intentions. Because if you don't, then who will, right? And like for me, I'm like, okay, Lily, you're gonna be on your tablet while I do my thing, right? And she's old enough that she can like come in and out and stuff, but sometimes, you know, it could be a little distracting. And so, you know, I saved that time so that, oh no, don't tell me that this is, oh, I think this is clogged. That's why I should have checked this before. Oh, there's another one here. I think I just grabbed the wrong one. Okay. Yes. So as I was saying, you know, get the childcare, put on the movie, like really create this sacred space for yourself to be able to breathe, to be able to be with yourself and have this precious moment with God, with the sacred. So, Capricorn. Hmm, Capricorn full moon. Um, One thing about Capricorns that I will say, speaking from experience, is that, we are not afraid of hard work, right? We are not afraid of just being like, you know what? I'm going to pull up my bootstraps and get to work and do the thing and go for it. And sometimes, like other signs, like maybe Aries, maybe a little more impulsive and they just like go for it, right? Like it's that like shoot fire aim kind of a thing where they just do it, or like Sagittarius, my rising is in Sagittarius, like that reminds me of me sometimes. I'm like, like just go do it. Although the beauty in the medicine of Capricorn is that they really are in it for the long haul, they are in it for the long game. And so they will slow down in order to speed up. They will think the entire path through of like, okay, but what if this happens? How am I going to get through that? Okay, like what do I need if like this situation comes up? Like how can I prepare myself? How can I equip myself, right? And there is a lot of the planning, or even before the planning to start something new, we reflect on things of the past to learn from before moving ahead into the future. Like we really try our best to take our time with things, to be able to execute as efficiently as we can, as easily, I mean, I would say simply as we can, because things things are simple, right? Like life, business, like things can be simple. The process of manifestation can be pretty simple, yet not easy, not always. Okay. And even though over time, when things start to get more familiar, right? You find a system, a rhythm, you start to learn your own style of manifestation, of putting in the work, stuff like that. Like then, yeah, it starts to feel more second nature, more natural. But that takes time and it takes practice, right? And we Capricorns really stick with it for the long haul because we know that even though the destination is essential, right? And that cliche saying of like, it's not the destination, it's about the journey, which is very true, although there is no journey without a destination. So both are essential to this experience of attaining something, of achieving something, of overcoming something, right? And so while it's so powerful to be clear with what it is that we want and why we want it, and if it's actually being sourced from within ourselves rather than what we were raised to believe that we want, what society is trying to program to believe that we actually want and we don't, right? So instead of that, it's like getting clear with what it is that you yourself truly want in life, and then really cherishing the journey all along the way. And sometimes we get so wrapped up in like the drama, the stress, the what if this isn't going to work out, and all this stuff. And sometimes it can be so debilitating that we stop. And that's really hard, right? Whether we feel like we have to give up on our dream, or settle for less, things like that. And the thing is, the beauty of it all, the juice that you get to squeeze out of the fruits of your labor is in who you become and all the things that you get to let go of in order to experience the fullness of who you are, the greatness of your limitless potential. And that's when it's just like, whoa, like this is amazing. Like the human experience is just, it's phenomenal. And so, yeah, I just kind of want to bring that to our attention when we start to focus in on this particular mountain. And even though there may be a couple of mountains that you're like, there might be a mountain for a relationship, a mountain for business, or, maybe you have a job and like a promotion or something like that, or like wanting to get a different position or something. Um, it could be, I mean, who knows, money, whatever it is, right? There could be different mountains for different areas of your life. And so, anyway, I'm going to put a period on that and actually open a circle, so that I don't just ramble on, and we can start to really drop into spirit. As let me check on the coal here. Yeah, okay. Still getting warmed up, but actually something I'm going to do. Ooh, I don't know. You know what? Because I love to work with sound healing tools, uh, frequencies, right? I have these. I don't even know if I can get this open right now. This is like, oh, okay. Anyway, I have these Tibetan bells that I love to hit. Although I'm using my AirPods, and sometimes the Zoom settings, I still haven't figured it out on how to be able to play music, right? Like instruments, and Zoom not cut it off. I don't know if you're familiar with that. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do instead is play some. Oh, I know what to do. Okay, here we go. I'm going to play us some frequency music that is that has been so helpful for me. It's one of my absolute favorite tracks. If you want me to send it to you, just send me a DM on Instagram. I'd love to share it, because it's so freaking helpful. And sorry, I didn't prepare it beforehand. So let me find it. Whoops. Okay, hold on. Here we go. So, okay, just to give a little heads up, I'm going to play some frequency music just for a couple minutes so that we can start to drop into the heart and connect with our bodies, so that we can feel more attuned to our intuition. Okay. And then I will open the sacred circle. I might do that as I'm playing. So let me share the computer audio. Here's- Okay, so hopefully you can hear me while hearing the frequency music. This one is called Heart and Brain Coherence, which is a really big practice in my work with other conscious business owning moms and women, to build coherence and harmony between our body, mind, and spirit. And so this is the 639 hertz frequency attuned to the heart chakra, plus 6 hertz theta waves, as well as the zero point 0.1 hertz delta waves. So as you feel ready, you're welcome to close your eyes or open them at any point. And I'm going to say the word body. You're welcome to say it with me out loud. Body, 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 body. 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 Start to notice how you feel. Notice how that shifts your state. Body, body, body. And as we are present here with our bodies, I'm going to take a moment to call in the sacred circle for our time together. Great Spirit, I call upon your divine grace, your divine light, and your divine love to shine down upon all of us in this sacred circle. May this divine light, grace, and love seep within our energetic fields and our cells, our thoughts, our breath, and encapsulate every single one of us in a sphere of divine white light, love, and grace. And may this divine light also continue to shine down into the earth, growing down like roots towards the core of Mother Gaia, penetrating her core, activating her healing energy. And may the divine feminine and divine masculine weave together and come back up through this channel of divine white light, love, and grace to move through us and connect us all. And as we are all connected in this divine circle, may also the energies of Sedona, of this sacred land, may the spirit of these sacred mountains also be a part of this sacred circle, to hold us, to guide us, to protect us, and channel the magic and medicine that is meant for us in this time together. Thank you. And may all of our spirit family that I compose of, what I call spirit family, is our higher selves, the ancestors of our mother's lineage, the ancestors of our father's lineage, and all of the spirit guides that have dedicated themselves to us in this lifetime. All of those we know, all of those we don't know, but only those who come in love and light and with the highest and greatest intentions for us. May we feel all of you closer now. Thank you. And if there's any particular spirit, any particular guide that you are working with personally, or if there's a family member in the spirit realm, anyone that you feel is meant to be a part of this sacred circle, you're welcome to call them in now. Thank you. And this circle is now open. Wow. And I also am holding the intention to infuse. I got this Herkimer diamond necklace. It's a type of quartz that has carbon inclusions inside of it. And it's just a very special gift that I got for myself here. So I'm actually going to place it in the altar. I feel called to do that. So excuse me. Um, yeah, something came to me as we were calling in the sacred circle and me mentioning that the divine masculine and divine feminine um, being weaved together and integrated, right? And it's just so beautiful to see the synchronicity of that, because the Capricorn energy here that the moon phase is in, that the full moon is that fatherly energy, right? It is the masculine. And then also we are in Cancer season, and that is very much the feminine, that's the mother. And so we have these really big two main character energies of the mother and the father coming together here. And of course, all of the correlations of your experience of your family lineages and traditions and things that you were raised with, and for better or for worse, you know. And yeah, something about this moon uh, phase, like this entire Capricorn full moon and season of Cancer here, feels really significant to shine a big bright light and expose what it is that we may be doing in life right now that actually isn't serving us and actually isn't meant for us. And so I'll pause that for now. Okay. And so, yeah, I just want to guide our attention to really reflect, to take this time to pause before we even start setting out our energy and intentions on the future, right? Like, how about we stop where we are now and really look at where we are in our lives, in our relationships, in our jobs, um, in our bank accounts, right? Like anything major that has been coming front and center in your life right now, uh, is that yours to carry? If you were to reflect back and really think, like, is this actually mine? Is this my desire, or am I living for somebody else? You know, I have my own business that I actually began last year as a means to survive, quite literally. And while I love being self-employed, right? Like, I'm so proud of that work that I've produced and created, and I'm sustaining myself with it. It is teaching me. It's so like essential to what I am meant to learn at this time in relation to that. And I'm also well aware that it is not going to get me to the next level in my life. And so it's like I'm like ready to start letting it go. Even though the other thing that I'm ready to like embrace and reach for and like bring into my life may not fully be formed in order for me to seamlessly, like easily do that. That does not matter, because the more that I hold on to that old paradigm, that old system, that old belief, the old survival behaviors, right? Like the more and the longer that I hold on to it, the less capacity and space I have to do something new. And so I just want to bring that up to you to really take a look back at your history, at where you've been this year, um, and years past as well. Like, is this your story? Is this your, like, is this a chapter that's meant to be part of your book to continue writing? And if not, then um, it's probably time to hold the intention to let it go. And is not, it's probably not going to happen overnight. Maybe some things are, sometimes spirit and the universe is going to be like, you know what, honey, you need to just like go. Like, just it's going to push you in the pool. It's like, okay, it's time to swim now. And that's okay, right? Sometimes the universe will kind of just push you right off the edge. And other times, it's like we need to make the conscious decisions within ourselves to be like, you know what, it's time for me to let this go. It's time for me to shed this skin. It's time for me to start walking away, right? Like I'm also in the process of right now of moving homes. And even though I haven't packed a single box, okay, before I even came to Sedona, I was already getting in the mindset. Like I could feel the energy shifting. I was like, oh, like I'm already half checked out, right? Like I'm already halfway out the door, even though I haven't packed a single box. Like there were certain things that I've had to do and certain people I had to talk to and all this stuff. And so how can you start to already allow the energies of change and transformation to move through you? Yeah, it may be levels of acceptance, there may be grief to process. And so what is that for you? Like whatever it is that you're meant to start to let go in your life, that is not actually meant to be carried through into this next phase of your life. What is it that you may need to lean into in order for it to release itself? Whether it's guilt actually just came up. That might be for someone here because I personally don't resonate with that in my situation. I don't really have guilt, but that came to my mind. So, yeah, if guilt, if fear, uh, something about like I can sense like being fed up of just like, oh, okay, I'm done. Like I'm like I need that enough is enough moment with myself to be like, you know what, this is it. This is it. I have to just start to say no and set a boundary, maybe with myself, maybe with other people. So keep that in mind. Yeah. And I'm going to work with this coal. Let me check in on it. Oh, yeah, it's good to go. And with this, I'm going to grab this last little piece of Palo Santo. Okay. Like every time I try to like light it, I'm burning my fingers. So at this point, I'm like, okay, it's just going to become an offering. So as you can see here, this has already been used, right? Like we've been there and done that. And it's getting to the point where I can't even use it properly. And I'm actually starting to hurt myself trying to use it the way that I used to. I've been used to using it. And it's time to just finally like give it to God, essentially. So, what is that for you? And with that intention, you can imagine that to be placed within the piece of wood here, within this plant medicine, Palo Santo. So, if you'd like, I'm going to hold this piece. And with your intentions, you can say within yourself also if there's any feelings, right, that I was mentioning, the guilt, the grief, the fear, that like enough is enough, like, like, and right. I'm like, I don't know how else to say it. There's a bit of like anger. Um, it might be excitement too. It might be positive, of just being grateful of like, you know what, this served me well and it's time to let it go, right? When you just love something so much and it's like, maybe I'm too attached. Maybe I'm just too attached and it's time to just open my hands. Whatever that is for you, take a moment to breathe it in And with your exhale, blow to the Palo Santo. You can do that however many times it feels good. Beautiful. And with that, actually, I want to just turn you here so you can see. I'm going to offer this to the Coles here. Excuse the people. I don't know. I try to be sensitive about like people consenting to be in videos or whatever. So, yeah, doing the best with what I got. Anyway, so thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of the lessons, all of the medicine, all of the gifts, the blessings that this particular experience that we are now releasing and saying thank you. And I let you go. And we hold the intention to give this to God, give this to you, Great Spirit, to transmute it and alchemize it into reusable light, to divine light, and for it to have that process of conclusion, of closure, of goodbye, right? Of that winter phase. And may all of the spirits, seen and unseen, that are here with us in this moment, please work on our behalf in the highest and best good, in the greatest way that you see fit to conclude itself wholly and completely. Okay, I'm going to release it in the coal, and you can just take a moment to sit and be with the smoke as it rises to spirit. Feels so good. Thank you. That's going to be burning for a little while. So, let's see if I can. It actually works. So far, so good. Um, hmm. Now that we have made space, right? Releasing, letting go of what's actually not meant for us anymore. It's time to shift our attention to what it is that is calling us, what it is that is part of our soul's mission, right? Like, what is it that we feel that God is calling us and setting us out to do on this earth in this lifetime? What is it that you want? Whether it be relationships, whether it be business, money, the relationship with yourself, right? Like, what is this particular outcome that you wish to experience for yourself and others? And the thing about Capricorn is this devotional practice. While, yes, we can be very disciplined and all of that, sometimes getting too serious, being caught up in the weeds and like the stress of it all and the rules and regulations sometimes, like, this is why I love doing spiritual work, because when it comes down to what our soul is here to experience, it's like it really starts to expand our heart and values, right? Like, why do we want this thing? Why do we desire this experience? And what does that make possible for us, right? And not only that, but the ripple effect of that, not just in our lives, but in the world. And it's like Capricorns really love to see such strong foundations being built to withstand for like generations to come, to like really stand the test of time, right? Like, this is one thing I love about going to sacred sites and seeing like pyramids and stuff built. And even though, you know, of course they need to be, how do you say, like, not refurbished. What am I talking about? It's like reinstated, right? Like they need to patch them up in order to continue standing strong. But that's all part of it, right? And it's just like, what is worthwhile for you to actually continue to chop wood and carry water, you know? And not only that, it's like, how can you also deeply love and take care of yourself in the process of it? Like, this is such a beautiful mixtures of energy with the Cancer season too, because it's like that nurturing self-care is essential, is so essential. Capricorns, even though we work hard, like, we also know, like, you know what, I'm taking a break. I know that we can get caught up in you know, the chopping wood and carry water, but when it's time to stop, like, that is also a very strategic choice. And I just think it's so beautiful that the Cancer energy is here to be like, yes, like, slow down, you know. And I'm also on my cycle right now. I'm like the third day of my period, second, yeah, third day. And it's like the first 3 days are the hardest, you know, and I've had to take naps. Like, me and Lily went to the pool and I didn't even get in the water. I was laid out. I couldn't really do anything else but sleep. And that's okay, you know. It's like when it's time for us to restore ourselves. Hold on. When it's time to restore ourselves, that in itself is also part of that devotional practice, you know? And so, thank you so much for being here with me. Like, thank you so much for being here for yourself, for connecting with God, for taking the time to pause everything else in life and be like, you know what? This is what really matters. This is the core of it all, right? And so, I'm just going to light this candle to really signify that, like, spark of desire within us that continues to burn, right? What is that for you? You know, for me, primarily is business, right? A particular type of business that it makes more freedom, possible for me and is more sustainable for my particular lifestyle, and also helps me feel fulfilled in life and why I'm here on this earth, right? So, what is that for you? You know, it might be taking care of your body, right? Maybe it's like a fitness thing. Maybe it's your relationship with your kids. It could be all of it, honestly. I'm like, it's a little bit of everything. And so, with that in mind, I'm trying to think as to what. Oh, okay. I know what to do here. So, I'm going to shift over here so that I don't have to think about people passing. But with all of that in mind, what it is that you want, what it is that you are ready to start to look at this particular mountain, look at this particular outcome, this vision that you have for yourself, right? Like, what is it specifically? And not just the details of how you will know that it's come true, right? Whether it's a certain amount in the bank, whether it's a certain experience with your family, or you know, when it comes to like fitness or something, like, I don't know, maybe you're able to fit in a certain size clothes or something, like whatever particular outcome that you can measure of like, okay, this number, this experience, getting to this place, while that is really beautiful and essential, I also want you to get in touch with what that feels like. What does all of that feel like in your body? What kind of state does that put you in? Okay, so it's not just like the things that we have, but also the way in which we feel when having those things. So, as that is getting clearer for you, I'm going to guide us into a meditation, a guided meditation. And I want you to bring to mind a particular mountain that has all of that at the very top, right? And when we are at the bottom, when we know, like, okay, this other mountain that I've been climbing, and we let that go, right? We're like, this is actually not for me. This particular path is what I wish to dedicate myself to. It could be very daunting being at the bottom or even in the middle if you've already been going for it, right? And looking up at the top and being like, dang, like I have so much more to go. I have like, wow, like it could feel exhausting just looking at the top from either the bottom or even halfway up, right? And when we start to notice what kind of state that puts us in, that can already start to impact our experience of getting there or not, right? It could slow us down. It could deviate us. And we can be going down a whole different like path and taking a longer way to get there. But if we were to already put ourselves at the very top of the mountain, already having all of that, experiencing all of that, feeling all of that, and we start to look down at the path that we took, we can start to receive insights of what it is that actually made the difference to get there, as well as letting go, right? Like taking out the rocks of our backpacks, letting go of things that we actually didn't need to continue doing, right? Or certain beliefs that we've been holding on to, and letting that go in the process also is going to help us get there. So, you're welcome to close your eyes, and I would suggest having a paper and pen, okay, next to you. And you're welcome to write notes as you're doing it. I tend to do that, but if that's too distracting for you, you can write the notes immediately after, okay? All right. So you're welcome to close your eyes and start to connect with your breath. And imagine yourself, it might be a year from now, It may be 5 years from now, 6 months from now. But envision yourself living the life, having the relationships, the job, the money, the particular experiences, the places you want to go to, right? Like after the fact of all of that, imagining yourself living your life that has already experienced all of that. See through your own eyes. Imagine yourself dropping into your body, seeing through your own eyes, hearing what you heard, feeling what you felt, and seeing what you saw, living that now. And really bring the vision to life. Get into the details of who's there, what they're saying, what you're experiencing. Decide now that you are there and it is done. How does that feel in your body? And make it more real for yourself. You get to decide here and now that it is done. And you get to be with it all. And as you are seeing what you saw, hearing what you heard, and feeling what you felt in that moment, start to look back and reflect on your path there. What did you do differently in order to get here? What actions did you take? Or what is the energy that you leaned into? Even if it's the same actions that you may be doing now, what if you did it a little differently? Sometimes it's not about the what that is done, but the how it is done. What did you change? What did you shift? What else? And you're welcome to write this down as you feel called. Beautiful. And now, as you re-engage with the reality, with this particular timeline, this particular experience of it already being done, seeing what you saw, hearing what you heard, feeling what you felt, of having this now. Re-engaging with that and feeling it in your body, amplifying it even just a little more. Again, reflect back on your journey and bring to mind, what did you let go of in order to get here? What did you stop doing? What did you release all along the way? What else? Let it go now. Give it to God. You're welcome to take note. Breathe through it. and allow it to shift here and now. Mm. Ah, yes, beautiful. And is there anything with all of this being done, with this reality, what do you need to know in this moment? What would you have yourself know right now about this journey? And you're welcome to take note of that. Mm, beautiful. And when you're ready, you're welcome to rock in your seat or put your hands around your arms. Move your body and slowly start to open your eyes as you start to re-engage with the space, the environment. Yes, beautiful. And with that, oh, I've got some oils here that I blended. Mm. So this blend is called Divine Love, which is beautiful to me because it's like that desire that we feel, you know, for these things that we just still can be so grateful for what we have, and at the same time be like, and I want more, and I get to enjoy this life, right, to its fullest. And that to me is just like, I get to just love my life and love this journey that I am on, and the whole process that God has set out for me. And I just, it's one thing that's been so interesting with entrepreneurialism, entrepreneurialism with entrepreneurship is how much that this is a, as I was saying, like a path of devotion, but it's the love to wake up every day and do the thing, right? To give back, to be of service, to build, to also repair. That's been a big one for me here as a mom, of just like not just repairing in relationship to my daughter, but also repairing in relationship to myself and forgiving myself and having compassion and allowing myself to feel my emotions, right? And yeah, it's just, man. So I'm going to hold this blend here, and you're welcome to send your intentions, those insights that you got from that version, that timeline that you tapped into that already exists, that you got to plant and connect with, all of the things that you did differently, the different actions you took, also with what you let go of, that releasing, the just, you know, it's like that openness, the surrender to all of that. Just imagine it here being placed within this bottle. I should say this dropper. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Move this over. Okay. I'm trying to get the ash off of this. Maybe I should not. I should get little tongs. I really need some tongs. Sorry. I think I'm playing with this a little too much. Anyway, alrighty. And with this, thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you for these blessings. And may these intentions be sent on angels' wings. And may all of the guides and guardians continue to work on our behalf for these intentions and this climb to happen gracefully and in a good way. And any challenges, because there will be challenges that come upon our path, be in service to our highest and greatest good for all involved, always. Yes. Now, there is a song. I don't know. There is a song that I have for you that I'm going to play. You're welcome to be with it in stillness. You're welcome to dance. Please, I encourage movement. It doesn't have to look pretty, okay? It doesn't have to try to be performative. It's for you to listen and allow the words to drop into your body and seep into that version of yourself that is emerging, that is busting through the cage that may be holding you back for whatever reason. Yeah.
This world needs you to show up and be exactly who you came here to be, and to trust that that is more than enough. She brings the light. Have you ever felt like there's something inside of you and it just knows? It knows where you're going. And you're so busy doubting yourself. And you're so busy being afraid of your own magnificence. And this is just not the time. This is not the time we need you. Listen to me. We need you. Listen, listen. She brings the light, light, light. She brings the light, light. Trust yourself. Know that you know and know that everything that you have been seeking, it truly, truly, truly has always been looking for you too. You are not alone.
So as you're settling back, I just want to take a moment for us to give our thanks to God, to all of the lineages that have helped to pass down these sacred practices, to the spirit and magnificence of Sedona, to ourselves, especially for taking the time to reconnect with ourselves to do this work, because it is so essential and really, really makes a difference. So thank you. And just want to encourage you to take a moment to really give thanks to yourself. Mm. Mm. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much for showing up. And yeah, that feels complete. I'm also keeping track of the time. So I want to respect what we've got going on here. And yeah, I also want to encourage you to journal if you feel like you need to process some more after I close this circle and release all the guides and guardians, and close up this particular ceremony. You're welcome to, yeah, continue to journal, be with yourself, play some music, and move, dance. Yeah, yeah. I just trust your process and wish you so much light and, in a way, trust for yourself in the way that that may show up, even if it's like kind of weird and like, oh, like something I was doing earlier. And I was just like, this is so uncomfortable. I don't know what's going on with me right now. But just letting myself feel all the feelings. And of course, on the other side of that was so much peace. So, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is such an honor. And I would love to hear your experience. If you can please let me know, send me a DM on Instagram, text me if you got my number, like send me an email. Yeah, yeah, I would absolutely love to hear your experience. And yeah, I'm feeling called to continue these moon ceremonies. So if you are interested in having more of these, let me know. All right. So thank you to all of the guides and guardians that are here with us now. Thank you to the plant spirits that have supported us, and thank you to the spirit families that are here with us. Thank you to all the guides and guardians that have held this sacred circle. And thank you, Great Spirit. All of the beings seen and unseen that have supported us in this circle. Stay if you all will, and go if you must. And blessings on our journey together. I release you from this sacred circle. And this Capricorn full moon ceremony is now complete. Yay! Yes. All right. Well, my dear, I send so much love, so much blessings, especially from this beautiful energy here in Sedona. And I'm just so glad to have done this with you. So thank you again for joining. Goodbye. Happy full moon. Love you.